guys, it's Adrian. This is episode 4 of Trippy Talks, and we are here with
Sara, Steen.
All right, let's get into it. All right, so just to start off easy, what's a fun fact that your fans may not know about you?
my fans. So many. I'm just kidding. Oh, shoot. I don't know. I feel like I'm a pretty open person. Like, maybe I overshare a little bit too much, so I'd be, like, surprised there's something that they didn't know about me. But I think that, like, I'm actually a very, like, OCD person, like, when I'm at home. Like, if I'm, like, wanting to write a song or, like, do anything at home, like, I feel like I have to clean the whole house before I do anything. And yeah, but I can be very messy, but I feel like when it comes down to like doing something like a task, I have to like clean my room first or something.
Well,
I don't know.
Like that's a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Because that like clears the brain. I feel like
Yeah.
whenever you have a clean area, it clears the brain for sure.
Yeah.
Instead of being cluttered.
Yeah, and yeah. So.
All right. So tell us a little bit more about Ripping Out the Pages and what influenced that EP.
Yeah, thanks for asking. So that EP, all the songs on there are like probably 4 to 5 years old, except for Blue Dream. So I'll go down the track list, I guess. But so I've always wanted to put out an acoustic EP because for a while I was doing stuff with my band. We put out an EP, and I was like, I've always wanted to put out an acoustic one because your favorite musician always has that acoustic album, and it just hits.
Yes, it hits.
Yes. So that's why I want to do it. First track is Angel vs. the Devil. That one released previously with my band on our EP, but that song was just about admiring somebody who I thought was better than me, who I wanted to be like, and yeah. And then track 2, what is track 2? Shit. I think it's Wait, or no, it's Come Over. Yeah, that one, I feel like that song's very relatable, and I've had people tell me that already, like, just like, having a thing with somebody and they're probably not good for you, but come on over.
Everybody has that.
Yeah. And then Wait, also kind of a similar situation. Just longing for somebody to love themselves before they love you because they're just like destructive. Higher on You, that song's about mushrooms.
Oh,
like,
I love that.
Yeah, I think I had just gotten back from a Europe trip with my best friend in like 2020. And I had taken mushrooms for the first time in Amsterdam.
Oh, that's iconic.
Yeah, and after that I just fell in love, so I just wrote a song about it. And then Blue Dream, that's like honestly a strain of weed that I was smoking, and I was like, I want to write a love song right now.
That's so iconic.
Yeah, and that's the album.
I freaking love that. I actually love that. That's freaking amazing. All right. How has your songwriting changed from when you first started to now?
Well, when I first started, I was very green. I think I was like 21. And I think as far as like the style or just kind of how I write it?
Either.
Okay. When I first started, I wanted to be like the next Miranda Lambert. Like, I was very country, but I'm still very country influenced. But I was definitely, I think, trying to write the next big country hit. And then, after mimicking other people for a while, it gets kind of old. And I'm like, what do I really like? What do I sound like?
Yeah.
And really into like 70s rock and 90s grunge music. So listening to that more and more, and the more I kept writing, the more I kind of would go back and forth between grunge and like a country sound. And I think like that's evolved into like how I write now. The melodies and the certain like chords that I play. So yeah, over time, just figuring out what I really am about. So yeah.
Would you say that your like genre now would be still like that country grunge?
I think so, and I'm like hoping to like help contribute to this growing genre that's like grunge country. Like I love it. So yeah.
No, I feel like you don't hear that a lot, like grunge country, like
No.
two polar opposites. So I feel like that's a really cool thing to mesh together, and I feel like that should be more like I feel like thinking about it like it should be more like done, but it's not. So I feel like that's very nice to set you apart. So let's see. How would you describe your sound in 3 unexpected words?
Oh man. Unexpected words. I mean, like, let's do like a combo genre. Like, what would you do? Like, crunge or something?
Okay, actually,
or
no, yeah, crunge would be good.
or grungery or something.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was gonna say, but I think it sounded like cunt, so I don't think it was gonna be good.
Actually, my music is cunt. So.
Period.
Okay, so that's one, and then oddly deep. I think that's 2 words, but and soulful. I don't know if those are unexpected, but
No, it's good enough. Good enough. Was there ever a moment that you almost gave up on music, and if so, what pulled you back in?
yeah, I think. I mean, so I started really like playing out when I was 21, and then I went on a Europe trip in 2019, and I came back, and it was COVID, like right when I got back. So I felt like, I had been doing it for 4 or 5 years at that point, and I'm like, I felt like I didn't really get, my toes in the scene in Portland, where I'm from Oregon, because I lived far away from there, and I hadn't like made connections really, or done. I felt like I'd done anything, and then COVID happened, and I was like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Like,
especially for the music scene that relied so much on being in person.
Yeah, and I don't know if I felt like giving up, but I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna like hunker down and write as many songs as I can and just keep writing. And then I moved to Phoenix, so yeah.
Amazing. What originally brought you to Arizona, and how did the desert energy influence your creativity or perspective?
Yeah, so I moved to Arizona in March of 2022, and I wanted to move here because I felt like, for one, in Portland, like, the rules for like the COVID vaccine and everything were stricter, just in any way. It was just harder to do things out there, and then also I love sunshine. So I was like, let's go to Arizona, the hottest freaking place on earth. But no, I had visited here with a friend before, my best friend, and we really liked it, and I was checking out the music scene, and I was like, yeah, because I wasn't ready to go to Nashville at that point. So we're like, sunshine, new places, new faces, and yeah.
Yeah, well, also, I feel like Phoenix has a pretty decent music scene. Like, for being so random, I feel like Phoenix has like a pretty good music scene. So, like, aside from going to Nashville, which is obviously going to be better, like, I feel like that's like a good like little in between for you, especially since you weren't like fully ready to dip your toes in and go like freaking cross country. Now that you're headed to Nashville, what excites you most about that change, and what's something you're a little bit nervous about?
What excites me most is meeting new people, playing at some of the really cool spots they have in Nashville that I've seen all over TV, and just breathing the air of like historic just artistry and songwriting. Like, I've heard that like Nashville has like an aura about it, and I'm just like excited to just even be there.
Especially in your like country like genre, like I feel like that's the perfect genre to be there too.
And they're known for country, but they have a diverse music scene, and just the greatest songwriters in history live there. So I'm like, I just want to breathe that air. And then what was the other question?
If you what was something you were a little bit nervous about?
Oh, yes. I think it's also nerve-wracking at the same time, like being around like the big dogs.
Yeah.
Like I'm nervous because there's so much talent out there, but like I think I'm at a point in my life where I'm ready to just fucking just go.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's I think that's the best thing that you could probably do for your career. Like I was saying earlier, is just like that's the perfect place to be for that. So even just taking that leap is just gonna be friggin', I feel like, eye-opening and changing completely. If you could bottle up one feeling or lesson from your time in Arizona and take it with you to Nashville, what would it be?
Oh, whoa! Like, wait, you said bottle of a moment, or
One feeling or lesson.
Oh, okay. I think a feeling would just be the time that I lived with my best friend, because we lived together for almost 2 years. Like when I first moved here, she had moved at a separate time, so she had a different roommate. I had a different roommate. You know, her and I have always had these gaps of time where we don't see each other in our relationship, but she's my best friend. Like I've known her since I was 4 years old. Like, and I think just bottling up that little time that we had living together, because now our lives are completely about to take 2 different turns, and just bottling up those memories. We had so many fun times together in our little apartment. So yeah.
Is she staying here?
Yeah, she's staying here for now. She might be going back to Oregon after next year or something, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a hard adjustment, being away from the best friend. Like I can only imagine being freaking away, especially after being able to be so close and everything.
Wait, can I? Sorry,
No,
I like to
ahead.
talk.
No, I love it.
And yeah, she has supported me more than anybody in my life. Like she's always there for me, coming to my shows. And then also I want to bottle up another moment, because this is a music interview. I'm like, obviously my time in the scene, like the month I showed up in Phoenix, I was going to open mics and meeting people, and everybody was so welcoming and helpful, and I've made some of the greatest friends that I've had in the scene. And so yeah, that's another one.
I feel like it's very community over competition here, and I love that so much more, because I feel like you get so much further in that way than trying to compete with everybody like that. So I love that. Let's see. All right. Arizona sunsets or Tennessee thunderstorms, which would make a better backdrop for a new song?
Monsoons by far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Monsoons are pretty iconic, I would say.
So you got the red dirt-ish.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, that would be iconic. I feel like if somebody needs to make that happen ASAP.
Yeah.
What was a favorite venue that you played while you were here?
Ooh, I loved all the little venues, even the tiny little dives. Rebel obviously is badass. I used to go to shows in Portland where I would dream of playing a little venue like that, because I went to an album release show one time in Portland, and I was watching her and following her on Instagram, and I'm just like, how the fuck did she do this? She's like, oh, I got my sound guy out from California, my mom's in the crowd, it's just, and the sound and the lights and the show, I was just like, I could never do that. How the hell did she do that? And then I came to Phoenix and met everybody and made great friends and made that happen and did my album release show there. So I think Rebel takes the cake almost, but I want to say I also really liked playing at there's a venue up in Sedona that I played at. Big stage with the Red Rocks in the background. so cool.
I
Like,
didn't even know there was a venue out in
Yeah.
Savannah. That sounds freaking amazing.
it's like up in the middle of nowhere, so yeah.
Okay, I feel like I definitely need to make that happen to go up there because that
Yes.
sounds really freaking cool.
And that might be a photo opportunity as well.
Yeah.
Because it's I'll show you pictures.
Yeah.
It's such a cool venue.
That's really cool. I also love the Rebel Lounge too because I feel like all the shows are so intimate there. Like every show that I've photographed or been to there, like I just feel like you're actually getting to connect with the artist that's on stage too. So I feel like shows just hit different there. All right. If you could play a show on any planet, which one and why?
Uranus, because is that how you say it, or is it Uranus?
Uranus.
Either way, it sounds bad. Because I'm an Aquarius, and that's my ruling planet.
Wait, is that actually a thing? I'm an Aquarius too. I had no idea.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea.
That's our ruling planet.
Okay, that's iconic. I'm gonna keep that in my head. I'm gonna keep that for a fun fact now. All right, aliens land and want to understand human emotion. You can only play them once of your songs. Which one are you choosing?
That is a question. Oh, I would play Intervention because it talks about aliens and shit and has like little space noises. Yeah,
iconic.
yeah, but it's also like human. It's about human emotion. So there you go. Something they can relate to.
That's actually iconic that you even had like a remote answer to like go with that. That's freaking amazing. Not the in and out hat.
Oh shit! I need like an XL.
I know. Are these meant for children? Probably. All right. Your next music video has an unlimited budget and 0 rules. What's the most unhinged idea that you would bring to life?
I think it would be me, like, either riding a fucking horse like crazy through the desert,
During a
or like a bunch. Yeah, during a monsoon, lightning strikes. I'm like dodging the lightning, or driving like a really badass like vintage car or a monster truck or some shit like that. Make me look cooler than I actually am.
I feel like a monster truck would be sick because I feel like I see the vintage car stuff, but I don't feel like I see people doing stuff with monster trucks ever. So I feel like that would be iconic. All right. So finally, what's next for you? Do you have any singles or albums? What do you got planned?
Yes, I love to plug this right
Yes.
now. So I the EP that came out last month. Jeez. It's part of a 2-part project that I'm doing. So now I have another EP coming out August 1st. It's gonna be full band, like drums, bass, some freaking keys in there. Fully produced by my friend Jordan Rollin. I always freaking pronounce his name wrong. Jordan Rollin. He's a producer up in North Phoenix. And we've been working really hard on this, and I'm so excited. Like, I was excited for the acoustic, but this is just like a labor of love. Like, it's just, yeah, I'm excited for everybody to hear it. So August 1st is my next thing, and then moving to Nashville.
Dude, amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck with your trip to Nashville.
Thank you so much.
Bye.